everything you have told me has been a lie.
If Boyle gets his story out, it could be the end of Laura's career.
I need to hire you as my lawyer.
Was that the reason I was recruited? Why do you want me to stay so bad?
If he can't be here to fight for them, then I'm gonna do it for him.
General Hospital. Who will win Jen Sidwell's heart? Explosive spoilers and twists. Jen Sidwell's arrival in Port Charles has sparked speculation about his romantic future. Will it be a fling, a fiery feud turned love, or a long-term romance? With a history of charm and chaos, Sidwell's options are heating up. Potential love interests include Natalia Rogers Ramirez. Their toxic past could reignite, especially after Sonny rejects her. Alexis Davis. Drawn to bad boys, she might find Sidwell's allure irresistible. Diane Miller. Their sparring could lead to sizzling chemistry. Lucy Coe. Flirty business deals hint at a steamy fling. Nina Reeves. A rebound romance could infuriate Sonny. Meanwhile, April 11's recap revealed explosive drama. Carly compared Willow to Nelle. Alexis pursued involuntary commitment for Christina, and Jason intervened in a near-physical clash. Monday's spoilers tease Christina's shock over Alexis' betrayal, Willow's legal revenge, and Rick warning Ava. Plus, Trina worries over Kai's surgery, and Laura faces political threats. Hey lovely viewers, welcome to our channel Crazy Update. General Hospital. This fortunate woman will be utterly enchanted by Sidwell. Jen Sidwell is shown on General Hospital relocating to Port Charles, and they are probably going to pair him up with a fortunate woman. We will talk about the person Sidwell's character should wind up with, whether it be for a romantic one-night stand, a brief affair, or a long-term epic romance. The romantic past and present of Jen Sidwell in Port Charles. As we now know, his final romantic partner was Holly Sutton. And until she took a fortune in uncut diamonds and fled with them, he definitely gave her a wonderful time. Sidwell has flirted with a couple women since coming to Port Charles. Additionally, despite his portrayal as a rather evil man, he may be able to change after experiencing misfortune in his marriage and with a con artist. Jen Sidwell's possible love interests in Port Charles. We therefore have some theories as to who Sidwell's initial love interest in Port Charles might be. Just so you know, Jordan Ashford is not on the list because she is not interested. She is only playing games and is only interested in Dr. Isaiah Gannon. Could Natalia and Sidwell reunite on GH? First and foremost, we must begin with Sidwell's ex-wife, Natalia Rogers Ramirez. It appeared for a moment that Sonny Corinthos and Natalia would be developing a deeper relationship than just a friendship. However, Sonny put an end to their situationship this week, so he eliminated any chance of it occurring. It was only after he forced it out of her that Natalia revealed to Sonny that Sidwell was her ex-husband and that they had a son together. As a result, Sonny no longer feels comfortable trusting Natalia, and he demands total faith from everyone in his inner circle, even if he doesn't reciprocate. He doesn't divulge his secrets. However, no one can deny him access to them. You are aware of the situation. Natalia didn't start off well because many people in the town might not like her. General Hospital. The boundaries of hatred and love. You know, if no other males are interested in asking her out, she might run back and get back together with Sidwell. Natalia has stated that she and Sidwell despise one another, of course. However, that has no bearing on a soap drama. There's a fine line between hate and love, you know. And it's always a great romance twist when foes turn into lovers. I will admit, though, that I don't think Sidwell and Natalia have much of a chance because he seems to be somewhat repulsed by her. And given that Sidwell accused Natalia of ruining their family, it appears that she has somehow wronged him. Is Alexis Davis taking your mind off of family drama? Alexis Davis, another unmarried woman he has communicated with, comes in at number 2 on my list. Due to his ownership of Windermere and Spoon Island, Sidwell frequently encounters her. Additionally, the Cassadine Estates trustee is Alexis Davis. As a result, they frequently cross paths. Of course, when Sidwell feels like it, he can be a real charmer. Additionally, Alexis is currently preoccupied with her unruly daughter, Christina Corinthos Davis. She truly needs the diversion, though, which makes it much more compelling for her to think of incorporating some Sidwell sensuality into her life. Let's face it, Alexis has a history of interacting with bad boys who pose as legitimate. After all, she had been in love with Sonny for a long time. They also have a child together, Christina. Diabolical dealings at General Hospital. Naturally, Julian Jerome followed, holding a knife to her throat. Additionally, she has been subjected to various abuses by the evil Jerry Jacks. To mention a few, she also had feelings for Rick Lansing during his full-fledged villain phase. Therefore, it doesn't seem implausible that Alexis would develop feelings for Sidwell. It may be difficult, of course, because her law company recently recruited his son, Marco. Additionally, they may attempt to conceal that family connection for some time. Indeed, while working on General Hospital abroad, Sidwell attempted to murder a couple people. However, Alexis committed vehicular homicide, as you are aware. And once she threw a man to his death from a balcony. Diane Miller, Sidwell's feisty match? Okay, so at number 3 on our list of possible suitors for Sidwell, Diane Miller must be included. I mean, why not Diane, her unmarried best friend, if not Alexis? We'll see Sidwell up at their office, since Marco manages his dad's business dealings. Thus, they will collide with one another. Whether Marco will disclose to Diane and Alexis that Sidwell is his father is unclear. I don't believe so because Marco didn't specify that it was his father's business when he talked about bringing his client JS Investments or JS whatever on board. Additionally, the JS is clearly for Jen Sidwell, thus it seems to me that they will keep it under wraps. We are aware that Diane deserves some romance long overdue. Since she formerly dated gangster bodyguard Max Giambetti, she also doesn't mind a little bad boy, and feisty Diane could definitely keep Sidwell on his toes. I could imagine Sidwell captivating Diane and him being charmed in return. Additionally, Diane wants someone to help her move on from Robert Scorpio permanently. Given that they both have Robert in common, dating Sidwell, Holly's ex, may also be an interesting twist for Diane. Naturally, if Diane was with Sidwell, it would be very hot to watch Holly and Robert's emotions whenever they drift back to Port Charles. Is Lucy Coe a flirtatious business associate? Okay, Lucy Coe comes in at number 4 on our list, of course. Since she sold him Windermere, she has been in Sidwell's sphere of influence, and Lucy has been actively courting him for some time now, asking him out to dinner and drinks and even making suggestions about going out for more. Martin Gray, her ex, was someone she wanted back. However, he assured her that it would never happen, and it appears that GH has permanently written off her other ex, Scott Baldwin. Thus, Lucy would benefit from a good hug. Additionally, Silver Fox Sidwell could be the best candidate. In addition, Lucy recruited Sidwell to work for her business, Deception. Additionally, they recently inked a deal to conduct business jointly. Lucy is extremely proud of the nurses' ball, and Sidwell recently agreed to sponsor the entire event. Lucy and Sidwell are already very flirtatious. In addition, Lucy adores the bad lads, and they spend a lot of time together. Thus, it appears that they might be a perfect match. She has also stated unequivocally that she is prepared, eager, and more than capable of entertaining Sidwell if he is interested. A diversion from family drama with Nina Reeves? Now, number 5, the final woman we wish to discuss is old enough to be a suitable match for Sidwell and shares these women's shady preferences for men. We are discussing Nina Reeves, who is currently with her kid, and her most recent liaison, the vile Drew Kane Quartermain. Everyone would consider it a step forward if Nina dated Sidwell and he avoided being involved with Willow Tate's affairs. Additionally, Nina is in dire need of something to divert her attention from Willow's disaster with Drew, and things will only become worse if Willow discovers that Nina had an affair with Drew. Therefore, even though Sonny would go crazy and possibly even become a little envious, Sidwell might be a great change of pace for Nina. And considering that Sonny recently cut off his blooming relationship with Sidwell's ex-girlfriend Natalia, it might be entertaining. Therefore, a little triangle activity might even be included. Sidwell's act appears to be being cleaned up a bit, perhaps as a form of atonement, and he will likely remain on the Port Charles character canvas for some time. Thus, a romantic relationship is probably in his future. Will it be one of these beautiful women, perhaps? General Hospital spoilers for Monday, April 14th. Christina is taken by surprise, and Rick warns smug Ava about scared Willow retaliation. According to General Hospital spoilers on Monday, April 14th, Christina Corinthos Davis is caught off guard, and a terrified Willow Corinthos will strike back. Let's discuss what is ahead in Port Charles, as Rick Lansing will also caution a cocky Ava Jerome. Initially, Trina Robinson will inquire with Portia Robinson about Kai Taylor's surgery, as she will continue to be worried about him and want to know as much as she can about what he is committing to. Drew Kane's involvement raises concerns about his intentions, even while Portia believes this procedure is an excellent option for Kai. On Monday's broadcast, Trina will therefore talk to Portia about her unresolved anxieties. Willow will be afraid that Carly Spencer's premonition that the children would be taken away has some merit. Willow will still talk to Nina Reeves about her concerns, even if Drew has vowed not to allow it to occur. Could Willow change her mind about moving in with Drew? She will make a big decision on Monday's episode. In order to block Carly, will this entail attempting to obtain a restraining order against her or using some other legal strategy? Carly will break her self-assured facade in Jack Brennan's room and confess that she may have just given Willow and Drew custody of Michael Corinthos' children. Brennan will, however, reassure Carly and provide her with some tactics to counter whatever Willow may be doing with Drew's assistance. Laura Collins will be questioned by Sonny Corinthos about whether she is being pressured to pursue him. Laura may acknowledge that this situation with Ezra Boyle could grow ugly, but she has no intention of betraying anyone. Since the referendum on the Esplanade site will essentially be a vote on the crime leader and his area, Sonny will also be worried about it. Rick will make an effort to curb Ava's arrogant demeanor at GH. Rick will caution that this whole blackmail issue might not be as finalized as Ava believes. Alexis Davis just made a daring move that will alter the course of events, despite Ava's belief that she has her exactly where she wants her. Alexis instructed her to proceed with filing the paperwork to have Christina committed at Diane Miller's insistence. That implies that Alexis' choice to coerce Christina into seeking therapy is going to catch her off guard. In addition to the fact that Christina actually needs professional assistance, it will be for her own good, as it may be the only thing keeping her out of jail. On Monday's episode, Molly Lansing Davis will exacerbate Christina's guilt by discussing the one positive outcome of her dad's accident. Now that she and Christina are acting like sisters once more, Molly might be talking about their repaired connection. But when Molly and Christina receive updates on Alexis' application to have Christina committed to a mental institution, they are both going to be shocked. General Hospital Friday, April 11th recap. Carly slams Willow with Nelle accusations. Alexis' mental institution solution for Christina. In order to save Christina Corinthos Davis, Alexis Davis was compelled to think about a mental hospital option, according to the General Hospital recap for Friday, April 11th. Here's what happened when Carly Spencer claimed that Willow Corinthos was exactly like Nellie Benson. Curtis Ashford then discussed Drew Kane and Kai Taylor with Portia Robinson after expressing his worries about the Ezra Boyle and Esplanade drama. Curtis was concerned about Drew's plans, but Portia maintained that she believed Kai would benefit from the surgery. Curtis was relieved to hear that because he believed Portia could provide an unbiased viewpoint and owed Drew nothing. In the meantime, Kai informed Trina Robinson that he had made the decision to proceed with the innovative operation. Before she left, Trina did her best to provide her support, but she was still cautious. Back with Portia, she gave Brad Cooper the order to look over all of Drew's test results, medical records, and screenings, including those from when he was Jake Doe. Portia made it plain that Brad would lose his job if he didn't comply, believing she would know what she was looking for when she saw it. Trina later found Portia and told her that Kai had made the decision to get the surgery without receiving any updates on the doctor's study. Additionally, Curtis ran into Kai, who acknowledged that he was proceeding with the surgery. Curtis felt Kai should exercise caution around Drew, so he issued a warning. Carly raged over the cheater ruining the family Michael Corinthos trusted her with at Drew's house and made fun of Wiley Corinthos for not being Willow's biological child. Willow refused to say she was sorry for falling in love with Drew, even though Carly was horrified by her hooking up with Michael's uncle. After settling the children with a DVD, Nina Reeves joined the altercation and learned of Willow's proclamation of love. When Nina realized that things were getting out of hand, she texted Jason Morgan to ask Carly for assistance. Then, in Friday's GH episode, Drew lost his temper with Carly and pretended that Michael needed to recover so he could face his own challenges rather than relying on his mother to accomplish them for him. After saying that Willow was just like Nelle, Carly implied that she was worse because Nelle truly loved Michael. Carly became enraged and threatened to slap Willow after she exposed her phony act of being a selfless mother. Jason proposed that Sasha Gilmore Corbin remain at the Quartermain estate rather than leaving as scheduled. Sasha offered to supervise Danny Morgan's subsequent attempt after he displayed his unsuccessful attempt to create cake pops for Scout Quartermain. After seeing Nina's 911 text concerning Carly, Jason went to Drew's house and prevented Carly from slapping Willow. Carly promised to protect the kids and ensure Willow never saw them again after she chastised Willow for being a skilled manipulator. Moments after, Jason reprimanded Carly for her behavior and ejected her from the house. She confronted Emma Scorpio Drake about all of her falsehoods at Anna Devane's house. Anna's double USB contacts allowed her to open the records and learn the truth about what transpired in spite of the NDA. Emma revealed that she had broken into the lab to save the animals being tested by the institution. When Emma and her pals were challenged by security, things became unmanageable. In the confusion of it all, Emma ended up unintentionally using a crowbar to attack a security guard. Fortunately, the university used the party as part of the expulsion cover story since they wanted to hide everything. Emma didn't want to let Anna down. All she wanted was for her granddaughter to handle situations more intelligently and safely going forward. Vaughn advised Jocelyn Jacks to become closer to Professor Henry Dalton in her new environmental physics class and eventually work as his research assistant when they were in the park. In order to formally become Diane Miller's attorney, Alexis had her sign several documents at the law office. After the legal issues were resolved, Alexis acknowledged that Christina was responsible for the collision involving Elizabeth Baldwin and Rick Lansing. Alexis also revealed that Christina believed she was using the brakes on Ava Jerome's vehicle. Diane believed that the truth would be out, and Christina would face severe jail time as a result. Rather, Diane recommended that Christina commit as the best course of action. Diane suggested that she could have her daughter involuntarily committed since Alexis couldn't do that to her own daughter and claimed Christina would never consent. Diane predicted that this would help Christina's legal case and ultimately lead to Molly Lansing Davis forgiving her. Despite her initial misgivings, Alexis finally realized that immediate action was required and instructed Diane to prepare the necessary paperwork. According to General Hospital teasers, Christina will soon experience a startling betrayal. General Hospital Friday, April 11th update. Anna calls out liar, Jocelyn demands answers, and Sasha asks Jason why. According to Friday, April 11th General Hospital spoilers, Jocelyn Jacks is seeking answers, and Sasha Gilmore Corbin will be questioning Jason Morgan's intentions. There will be a lot going on when the action picks up since Anna Devane will also expose a liar. Jason will beg Sasha to stay at the Quartermain home. Sasha will ask Jason some questions because she will be curious as to why he is so keen for her to stay. Jason might believe that living with Sasha will make it simpler to monitor her and sell the baby daddy deception. Jason would miss Sasha if she left the property because he also enjoys her companionship. Danny Morgan, who is aware that Jason is merely posing as the father of her unborn kid, will get in touch with Sasha later. Sasha may express her gratitude for Danny's role in the cover-up because he has promised that his lips are sealed. Jason, meanwhile, will arrive at Drew Kane's residence just in time. Carly Spencer will defend Michael Corinthos and criticize Willow Corinthos for relocating his kids to live with Drew. Jason will grab her arm and force her to leave before things get out of control, just before Carly can give the slap of the century. After this entire encounter, Willow will be rather distraught, therefore Drew will not waste any time in consoling her and venting about Carly. Anna Devane will then attack Emma Scorpio Drake for all of her dishonesty. Since Emma has been spreading lies a lot lately, Anna will make an effort to uncover the truth, particularly regarding Emma's expulsion. Despite this, Emma is determined to keep quiet because she signed that NDA to avoid going to jail. Jocelyn Jack's first WSB assignment appears to be related to this case, as Emma's institution was determined to ignore whatever transpired. Vaughn may have a suspicion that her ability to get close to Emma played a role in her recruitment, and Jocelyn may question her about it. Vaughn might counter that the task at hand is what matters right now. Jocelyn merely needs to concentrate on obeying commands, according to Jack Brennan, who thinks she has what it takes to be a WSB agent. Jocelyn is taking environmental physics with Professor Dalton as her first step in her goal, of course. Will Emma, who is also enrolled in that course, be suspicious if Jocelyn appears in it out of the blue? According to other GH spoilers, Trina Robinson will receive some important updates from Kai Taylor. Will Kai declare his acceptance of Drew's proposal and make a decision regarding the innovative procedure? Trina might do her best to offer support if Kai shares this information. Trina is aware that Kai is responsible for his own decisions, even if she still worries about Kai's operation and Drew's plans. Diane Miller will be Alexis Davis's lawyer in the law office. Alexis will find it simpler to reveal Ava Jerome's influence and have more faith that Diane would protect her privacy as a result. Diane will share her thoughts on this problem when Alexis tells her about Christina Corinthos Davis' automobile sabotage jam and asks for assistance. Finally, Curtis Ashford will discuss Ezra Boyle's targeting of Laura Collins and his ability to bring down the mayor with Portia Robinson. According to General Hospital teasers, Curtis will raise the alarm and forecast Laura's possible career debacle. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.